Hey folks, just a quick video tonight from Studio B, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel here. I got to the magic number of 1,000 subscribers. I really had no idea how close I was getting. It was Ron that brought it up. I know it was about a week or so ago. He just reached 1,000 as well, and he's just like, "You're catching up to me. You'll have 1,000." I'm like, "Yeah, what are you talking about? I'll never get 1,000." And then Al brought it up during his hockey game the other night. He says I was so close, and I said, "Let me check," and they were right. I was like 5 or 10 away from 1,000. I had no idea. I remember when I had 200, and I was like, "Oh, I'm doing well. This is great." But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's supported the channel and has come in and watched me do my thing, whatever it is. I actually went back. Ron actually asked me, he goes, "What were some of the first streams that you did?" So I actually went back into my history. As Brandon, thank you so much for coming in tonight, and Steve Tao, it's always good to have you on here. And I looked back, some of my first videos were just me when I traveled around the country doing the roller hockey leagues, and me doing play-by-play and traveling around and doing that. Some clips that I was on ESPN3. Yeah, I did some work for ESPN3, only one time, but it still was kind of fun. And it's just me kind of doing that. And then I started doing some of the local leagues on there. And then it kind of turned into a PSA for my local leagues where I could just kind of get my message out on a video. And then somehow that went into my Game Hounds. I did a video game podcast for 10 years. And so I started playing video games on the channel. And then that's when I met up with Ron. And I started to do more of the gaming stuff here, the cards and dice stuff, the PC gaming. And then Ron and myself, we actually did a weekly show for my hockey league for a little while, so that was in there as well. And then it kind of turned into more or less full gaming stuff for the most part. And then I started to do the Digital to Dice video show. That's how the podcast came about. I started, I was walking the dog and I was out in the yard, and I started talking about the reasons why I went from digital, video games to dice, the cards and dice. And it was actually Ron who said, "You should start throwing some dice. I think you would have some fun." And I did. And I never looked back. And now I play, way more of the sports sims than I do the video games. Still, once in a while, I'll do the video games. I still like my Skyrim. I still love Skyrim. I really do. And my Left 4 Dead, and Diablo 3. Oh man, I'm starting to list them all again. Now I want to go play them. But I had some fun doing all of those. But now it's pretty much settled into the gaming system here, the gaming stuff. And I went back and looked. Can you believe the first gaming live stream that I did? And I'll give you a second to guess. All right, before I give it away, what was my first live stream game that I did with the gaming stuff, not video games like on PlayStation or Xbox, like on the computer? What was my first one? Tick 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 tick. It was actually Out of the Park Baseball. I look back in early 2019. Let's see if I can find the exact date here. My first live broadcast of a sports game was on January 18th of 2019. I did it was the 2004 Red Sox and the 78 Yankees, and I played that in Out of the Park Baseball. So that was my very first live stream of a game, was Out of the Park Baseball. So if you had that on the chart, then you would be the winner. The next one I did was Fire Pro Wrestling, and then from there I really get into all the current stuff that I'm doing here. Action PC Hockey Summit Series I did in March of 2019. And then from there, I game winning drive and stuff like that. As far as my uploads, my very first one was actually Franchise Hockey Manager 5. I did a basics video on Franchise Hockey Manager 5. And then right after that, it was all Shootout Hockey. Shootout Hockey, game winning drive. Those were my 1-2 games for a long time back in 2019. Really, I still enjoy playing those games. Obviously, Shootout, I play a lot here. But yeah, it's kind of funny that it was a baseball game. That was my first live stream event on the channel. Still kind of funny that it was that. But thank you so much, Steeler Fan and RF. Thank you so much. It's very unexpected, but it's kind of cool. I almost did a live stream from Studio G because I was at the gym today. So Studio G, I was at the gym, but as I pulled out my phone, I was gonna do my first mobile live stream. And right when I did that, like all these people get out of their car in the parking lot. I was like, I don't want to be one of those guys, But here I am broadcasting live, and so I didn't. But I almost did. I almost went from Studio G today, but I didn't. But yeah, so it's been a fun look back on the channel, things I started with to where I am today, and what I enjoy doing now and the whole bit is SDG. Thanks for coming in. How's the puppy? I have to ask how the puppy's doing. He looks like he's running around the yard having a good time, so I like that there. And Turbo, thank you so much. It's yeah, it snuck out of nowhere. I'd say the last 6 months, or maybe less, it just kind of shot up. And even with Ron, his numbers just shot up, and it just, I guess maybe between Digital to Dice and a few other things we're doing, the word's out there. So I just want to say thank you. It's humbling, and I'm glad that people like what I do. And despite all the negativity that we all get, and any of you that have done stuff, know the negativity that you get on your channel, and the mean stuff that's said, and blah 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 blah. And we still continue to do it because we like it, because the majority of the people like what we do, and so that's why we keep doing it. Now, I know Ron, when he got to 1,000, he did a college football game that was near and dear to his heart. So I'm going to do kind of the same thing. Not tonight, obviously. Tonight I'm just kind of doing a thank you video. But I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'll have to get some kind of Bruins in there when I do my game. Probably some kind of a shootout hockey game, and maybe some APRA as well. I'm probably going to do more than one. There's like a 1,000 celebration going on here on the channel, but I definitely will get some Bruins in. I'll get some APA hockey, but there's so many games I enjoy now. That's the thing. As I was talking to Ron today, I was like, which one am I going to do? It's like, I got APA, I got shootout. I now like, inside the crease hockey. I'm enjoying in the cup golf. I could break out the History Maker golf. I mean, there's so many games I could play. So I'm going to have to narrow it down to 2 or 3 that I really, really want to play. I'd like to get some Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on that list, So I thought about breaking out a football game and playing. It was the 79-80 playoff game, the Buccaneers and the Rams. The Rams won that one 9-0, and the Bucs would have gone to the Super Bowl to get their butts kicked by the Steelers. So kind of glad they didn't win. It would have been nice to see those creamsicles in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, but they couldn't get by the Rams. They lost that one 9-0. That's one game I'm thinking about playing, and there's a whole host of Bruins and Seals games that I thought about. So I'll narrow it down. I'll pick a couple of games here and playing on the channel. It's kind of a celebration there, so a one-off, so to speak. It's just kind of kind of something near and dear to my heart, so to speak. But I just wanted to come on tonight real quick. Ron's got golf coming up on his Twitch channel. Solitaire Pro Football, yes, I thought about pulling that out, because that's another one of my cards and dice go-to games. They don't have that 79 season. They have 78 and 80. So I might have to pick a Patriots game maybe from 78 or 80 and play that there as well. And so, yeah, so a lot of crazy things happening here real quick. I'm out of work again, if you can believe it. I think it's only temporary, but it's just the rink is having issues and we can't play hockey. And everything's just kind of falling apart. So that's where I am again this summer, just like I was last summer. But the good news is that I hit 1,000 subs. Digital to Dice is our 2-year anniversary show. We're recording that tomorrow. And then in a couple of weeks, we're going to have episode 100. 100, Digital to Dice. So a lot of good things happening on the channel, not so much in my personal life. So I guess I got to take the good with the bad, so to speak, here. So I'm just, while I have the time here, I'm going to try to enjoy myself playing some games and going to the gym. I'm at the gym every day now trying to, get healthier, But what's great when you're at the gym is I can listen to everybody. If someone's doing a show, sometimes I'll just play something on YouTube in my headset, and I'll listen to some of you guys that have done some things there. I know SDG sometimes does some stuff at odd times, and I'll be able to catch him while I'm at the gym. And Steve, I think I caught Steve Tower at the gym one time too, because he'll do some stuff during the day. I like to get up there in the morning or the afternoon sometimes. But yeah, no, so it's been all good news with the show, and it's been all good news with the channel here for the most part. And so I guess I just thanked everybody. And Gideon, thanks so much. I got your email, Gideon. I did. I'm saving that to show Ron, and then we'll respond. But I got your email today. Thank you so much. Very, very kind words there. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 2 years that we started the show just as a trial balloon. And if you remember, Ron wasn't going to do the show. Ron said, I'll do the first one with you, but I don't want any more projects. And so he's technically he's not full-time on the show. Just let him know that. Okay, tell him I sent you. Ron's technically not the co-host. He's still the fill-in. He is still the fill-in on the show. He never committed. I'm kidding, of course. And Turbo, you and Ron are the bookend pillars of the community. Well, that's nice to say. Thank you so much. That is nice to say. I'd like to think we've contributed in a positive way somehow between the podcast and the videos that we do. I mean, Ron's fantastic with his instructional videos. In fact, tonight on Twitch, and I need to sign off here in a minute or two, right around 7:30 tonight, which is a couple minutes from now. If you go to Retro Sports Network on Twitch, he's going to be unboxing the new Action PC Golf from this year. He said he got that in, so he's going to go take a look at that. I got to go download it and play it myself tonight, but he will be doing that live on Twitch, so I don't want to cut into that too much tonight. But I did want to get on here real quick and say thank you. Big Paulie, thanks for coming on. Ron's a reoccurring guest star, Gideon. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, but yeah, I'm just glad that we weren't sure how the podcast was going to go over. We'll talk about all that tomorrow when we record the episode there. But it's gone over well. You guys enjoy it. You guys give us the feedback we need. Sometimes you guys send in, you guys send us ideas for the show. And that's the other great thing about the community too, because it's a community show. It's not about being Ron. We just talk about the community. And we never want it to be about us. We want it to be about you guys, us included. But I mean, something comes up in the community and we talk about it, good or bad, we talk about it. Things that we do in our games, we talk about it. And that's the fun thing about it is, when we set out to do the show, is I wanted to hit home with people. Because when I listen to podcasts, I like it when I can relate to the people and they run into the same pitfalls and the same joys they have doing their thing that I would do. And so that's what we try to get across in our game. Mr. Wrestling's in here. Thanks. Oh, I see. Is that a medal or a belt? I'm looking down here. A little belt. And now it's a great time to try History Maker Baseball. Yes, it is. The only thing is, Steve, is I don't know if I want to get an actual season with guys I know, if I want to go fictional. I don't know. Like I say, I'm a casual baseball guy, so part of me would just like to get some guys I know and play a World Series like 1980. I don't know if they have 1980 or not. That was one of my favorite ones there. 78 to 82 was really my target zone for baseball there. Or if I just want to get the fictional set so I don't have to worry about who's good and who's bad, because, sometimes if I think somebody's really good and then they play terrible in my game, I'm like, oh, this guy's terrible, But if I get guys I don't know, then you don't know. So you got a good idea with writing your own story of the fictional guys. So I am looking into it. It's a $50 game for baseball, so I got to figure out, with me being out of work, I really don't want to spend the $50 on a game right now. But at some point, that is on my list to try. He said his podcast has surpassed Gene Simmons as his favorite podcast. I'm kidding. He said Bill Simmons. I said Gene Simmons, didn't I? As a joke. Funny. Bruce Blomgren's here. Bruce, hi. Bruce, we got to get out and see you. We got to take a ride out west and come see you again. And we'll leave the dog at home this time. My dog, the mouth. He's cute. He's cute, but he's got a mouth, and he doesn't like big dogs. So he's sleeping under the desk right now. He's all cutesy, but yeah. We'll leave him home this time. And, you have a friendly dog. My dog's a mouth. He's just a mouth. He always is. So I need to jump out now. So like I said, if you can, head over to Twitch, to Retro Sports Network on Twitch. You're going to be unveiling the new golf game from Action PC Golf. I'll let him describe the golf game over on Twitch tonight. Twitch.com Retro Sports Network is where you can find Ron. It'll be on YouTube in 24 hours. All his stuff is live on Twitch, and then he uploads to YouTube. So that's what he does right there. But yeah, I'm going to try to play something really fun on the channel here. It'll probably be a Bruins game of some sort. And some sort of a football game as well. I'm not sure which engine I'll use, which game I'll use to play these games here, but as a celebration for myself to kind of enjoy the channel myself, I'm going to play something that's really close to my heart. And I think there was a Bruins game I went to against the Capitals in 76 or 77 that I remember going to, and the Bruins won that game at home, and maybe that's the one I'll play, something that I know they'll win, or at least I'll hope they win. They won it. I remember they won 5-2, but the Capitals were still a couple years into expansion. They weren't that good, but anyway, so I'm jumping out. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that supported the channel. I know last year we had a big year. We were here every night broadcasting. It got a lot of people through some times. It got us through some times too. And we record our 2-year episode tomorrow, so we'll have that released. Oh, we're going to be doing video and audio for that. So we'll have our normal audio release, but we also will release a video version of that episode as well. It won't be live though, but it will have the video version like in our chat, so you can see that as well. So that's coming up on tomorrow, most likely. So thank you, everybody, to help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm going to continue trying to push things and help the community and entertain people as much as I can, because it's been fun for me. It's a way to allow me to be creative, doing some of the things I enjoy. And hopefully this fall I'll be back behind the microphone for real, doing some hockey and football games if the leagues get back up and running. So that'd be fun. So, all right, I'm going to head out and check out Ron on Twitch. I'll talk to everybody later. Thank you so much again.